Hi kids, I'm Belinda, and I hardly ever shut up. You'll never know when I might pop up and say something. Okay, let's get into it.
Why don't bears wear shoes? Because they'd still have bare feet. Now that's a rib tickler to get us rolling, isn't it? We're setting the stage with giggles and grins, getting ready to dive into a world of furry friends that's bound to leave you chuckling. From bear puns to amusing anecdotes, we're about to embark on a fun-filled journey. So tighten your funny bones, because we're just scratching the surface of this very hilarious adventure. Now isn't that a very funny way to start our video? Have you ever heard the tale of the bear who loved honey a bit too much? Let me tell you about a bear who was simply obsessed with honey. He was so smitten with the sweet golden liquid that he would do just about anything to get his paws on it. But as we all know, love can sometimes make us do silly things. One day, our bear found a honey pot, left behind by a forgetful woodsman. Without a second thought, he plunged his head right into it, gobbling up all the honey he could. But alas, his head got stuck. He wandered around the forest, bumping into trees, tripping over rocks, and causing quite a ruckus. It was a sight to behold, a bear with a honey pot for a head. Then, there was the time he spotted a beehive high up in a tree. Determined to reach it, he tried to climb the slippery trunk. He slipped and slid, falling down more times than he climbed up. At last, after a great deal of effort, he reached the hive, only to be chased down by a swarm of angry bees. It was a comical sight, a bear running away from bees, sliding down the tree, landing with a thud, and running off, yelping in surprise.
Sometimes, I may not like it, but I always do what my mom and dad tell me to do. You should do so as well.
But perhaps the funniest moment of all was when he accidentally sat on a bee. As he was enjoying his stolen honey, he felt a sharp sting on his bottom. He jumped up with a yelp and did a funny little dance, shaking his rump and howling in surprise. Through all these goofy escapades, our bear learned a valuable yet hilarious lesson. He realized that his love for honey had led him into some pretty sticky situations. So, he decided to change his ways. He learned to be patient and wait for the woodsman to share his honey, rather than trying to grab it all for himself. And that, my friends, is why our bear only eats honey with a long spoon now. Did you know that bears have a fantastic sense of smell? Better than a dog's even. That's right. If a bear were to compete in a sniffing contest with a bloodhound, the bear would take home the gold. Speaking of gold, ever wonder why bears love honey so much? It's because honey is to bears what chocolate is to us, irresistible and oh so sweet. But no, they don't raid beehives wearing red shirts and no pants like a certain famous bear we know. And get this, bears can smell food from miles away. So if you're planning a picnic, you might want to leave the honey at home. Unless, of course, you fancy having a bear join your picnic party. Did I mention that bears are excellent swimmers too? They could probably beat Michael Phelps in a race, but don't worry, they prefer fishing to racing. Isn't learning about bears a very funny business? Before we say goodbye, here's one more joke to make you smile. Why don't bears wear socks? Well, that's because they have bare feet. Now, isn't that pawsome? It's always fun to have a good laugh, especially when it involves our furry friends. Even when things get a little bearsome, it's important to remember to laugh. So, what do you call a bear with no teeth? A gummy bear. Remember, life is like a bear. Sometimes it gets a bit grisly, but it's always better with a smile. Until next time, keep laughing.
Thank you for watching. It would be awesome if you would take the time to comment, like, and subscribe. Ring the bell so that we can notify you of our new videos. Have a great day. Bye bye.